Hi everyone, welcome to the Growth Mindset channel. Today I want to share a story with you, one that might just change the way you see yourself and the world around you. It's about why you need to stop caring about what others think, and finally start living life on your own terms. Have you ever wanted to do something, start a YouTube channel, post your thoughts online, or try something new, but stopped yourself because you were afraid of what people might say? Maybe you changed your outfit at the last minute because you thought people might judge you. You're not alone. We all do this. But what if I told you that most people are not even thinking about you as much as you believe? Today, I'll show you why caring too much about others' opinions is destroying your happiness and how you can break free from it, starting today. Let me tell you a story. It's a story that many of you might find familiar, a story about fear, self-doubt, and the paralyzing grip of judgment. This is my personal journey. A journey that took me from the shadows of insecurity to the light of self-acceptance and freedom. There was a time when I let other people's opinions control my life. I was constantly worried about what others thought of me, and it affected every decision I made. I was trapped in a cycle of overthinking and self-criticism, always second-guessing myself. I remember vividly the moment I first thought about creating this channel. The idea was exciting, the possibilities endless. I wanted to share motivational content, to inspire others, to make a difference. But then, the doubts kicked in. I started questioning myself. What if no one watches? What if my content isn't good enough? What if people laugh at me? These thoughts were like a dark cloud hanging over my head, preventing me from taking the first step. The fear of failure was overwhelming. I would sit in front of my computer, staring at the empty video player, imagining all the negative reactions I might receive. It was paralyzing. I was so afraid of being judged that I couldn't bring myself to hit the record button. And then, there was the fear of my own voice. What if they laugh at my voice? I would record myself and then listen to the playback, cringing at every word. I was my own worst critic, and it was holding me back. The thought of my friends or family seeing my videos and thinking it was embarrassing was another huge barrier. I imagined their reactions, their laughter, their judgment. It was enough to make me want to give up before I even started. For weeks I kept overthinking it, watching other people succeed while I stood still. I would spend hours on social media, observing others who seemed so confident, so successful. It made me feel even more inadequate, more afraid to take the plunge. But then, something changed. I asked myself a simple yet profound question. Am I going to live my whole life making choices based on what others might think? The answer was a resounding no. I realized that I had been giving too much power to other people's opinions. I stood at a crossroads looking in the mirror and made a decision. I decided that I would no longer let fear dictate my actions. I would take control of my life and pursue my passion, regardless of what others might think. I started to imagine my future, a future where I was free from the chains of judgment. I thought about the people who might judge me and realized that their opinions wouldn't matter a year from now. Most people are too busy with their own lives to think about mine. And that's when it hit me. Most people are too busy with their own lives to think about mine. This realization was liberating. It gave me the courage to take the first step, to put myself out there, to be vulnerable. So, I posted my first video, and guess what? Some people loved it, some didn't care, and a few might have judged it. But the real difference? I was free. Free from the fear of judgment. Free to be myself, free to pursue my passion. The positive comments started to come in, and with each one, my confidence grew. I realized that the fear of judgment had been holding me back from experiencing the joy of doing something I loved. I felt a sense of freedom and relief that I had never felt before. Looking back now, I see how far I've come. The journey wasn't easy, but it was worth it. I learned that the only opinion that truly matters is my own. I learned to trust myself, to believe in my abilities, and to embrace my unique voice. And now, I share my story with you, hoping to inspire you to overcome your own fears. Remember, the fear of judgment is just that, a fear. It has no power over you unless you give it power. Take that first step, and you'll find that the world is not as scary as it seems. Embrace your journey, take action, and don't let the fear of judgment hold you back. You have the power to create the life you want, to pursue your passions, and to be true to yourself. The world is waiting for your unique voice. Don't be afraid to share it. Scientists call this the spotlight effect, the belief that people are constantly watching and judging us. But in reality, they're not. This psychological phenomenon makes us feel like we are always in the spotlight, with everyone around us scrutinizing our every move. However, the truth is far less dramatic. Most people are too wrapped up in their own lives to pay much attention to ours. This realization can be incredibly liberating. Example: imagine you spill coffee on yourself in public. Your immediate reaction is to feel a wave of embarrassment, as if a spotlight has suddenly been turned on you. You might think that everyone around you is staring, judging, and perhaps even laughing at your clumsiness. You feel embarrassed, thinking everyone is staring at you. But what happens? No one cares. People might glance your way for a moment, but they quickly return to their own activities. They are too busy with their own lives to dwell on your minor mishap. This is the essence of the spotlight effect. They forget about it in minutes. The incident that felt monumental to you is barely a blip on their radar. This is because everyone has their own concerns, their own worries, and their own lives to lead. They simply don't have the bandwidth to focus on your small mistakes. Most people are too focused on their own problems, insecurities, and thoughts to care about yours. They are dealing with their own versions of the spotlight effect, convinced that others are watching and judging them just as they believe they are being judged. This mutual preoccupation means that we are all, in a sense, invisible to each other. Even celebrities who are constantly in the public eye realize that people's opinions change quickly. One day they're loved, the next they're criticized. Despite the intense scrutiny they face, they understand that public attention is fleeting. The same people who adore them today might forget about them tomorrow, and then they're loved again. This cycle of adoration and criticism is a testament to how quickly public perception can change. If even the most famous individuals can be forgotten, it stands to reason that our own minor embarrassments are even less significant in the grand scheme of things. So if the world forgets about even the biggest public figures, why are we so afraid of what people will think about us? Understanding the spotlight effect can help us put our fears into perspective. It can free us from the constant worry about how we are perceived and allow us to live more authentically. Embracing this concept means recognizing that most people are not paying as much attention to us as we think. This can be incredibly empowering, giving us the confidence to take risks, make mistakes, and be ourselves without the fear of constant judgment. So the next time you feel the weight of the spotlight, remember, it's mostly in your head. But why do we care so much? It's not your fault. Our brains are wired for social approval because thousands of years ago, being part of a group meant survival. If you were rejected by your tribe, you were left to face the wild alone, which often meant death. Even today, when rejection isn't life-threatening, our brain still reacts the same way. Social rejection triggers the same pain receptors as physical pain. That's why negative comments hurt more than positive ones help. But here's the truth. You don't need everyone's approval to survive anymore. The most successful people in the world faced criticism and rejection, but they kept going anyway. Here are some people who refused to care what others thought, and changed the world because of it. J.K. Rowling rejected 12 times before Harry Potter was published. What if she gave up? Elon Musk. People laughed at him for wanting to build electric cars. Now Tesla dominates the industry. Oprah Winfrey, she was told she wasn't fit for television. Imagine if she listened. The point is, success isn't about being liked by everyone, it's about believing in yourself even when others don't. Now let's talk about how to stop caring. It's a journey that begins with understanding what truly matters to you and letting go of the rest. We often find ourselves caught up in the opinions and judgments of others. But the key to a fulfilling life is to focus on what brings you joy and satisfaction. 1. Ask yourself, will this matter in 5 years? This simple question can be incredibly powerful. It helps you put things into perspective and realize that many of the things we stress about are temporary and insignificant in the grand scheme of things. Most things we worry about today won't even be remembered next month, let alone in 5 years. Think about the last time you were really stressed out about something. Can you even remember what it was? Chances are it's a distant memory now if you remember it at all. Example. A mistake at work, while it might feel like the end of the world at the moment, is often just a small blip on the radar of your career. Everyone makes mistakes, and they are opportunities for learning and growth. An awkward moment in public, Will it really matter in the long run? Probably not. These moments are fleeting and often forgotten by others much quicker than we forget them ourselves. Embrace these experiences as part of being human. 2. Choose whose opinions actually matter. Not everyone's opinion should hold weight in your life. It's important to discern whose feedback is constructive and comes from a place of genuine care. Ask yourself, if I wouldn't take advice from them, why take criticism from them? This mindset can help you filter out unnecessary negativity and focus on the voices that truly matter. Focus only on the opinions of people who genuinely care about you and your growth. These are the people who want to see you succeed and will offer constructive feedback to help you improve. 3. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Growth happens outside of your comfort zone. The more you push yourself to face uncomfortable situations, the more resilient you become. The best way to stop fearing judgment is to face it head on. When you expose yourself to situations where you might be judged, you start to realize that the fear of judgment is often worse than the judgment itself. Do small things that push you out of your comfort zone. These small steps can build your confidence over time. It could be as simple as speaking up in a meeting or trying a new hobby. Speak up in a meeting. Post that video. Wear what you love, not what's safe. These actions, though they might seem small, can have a big impact on your self-esteem and help you break free from the fear of judgment. Over time, your brain realizes that nothing bad happens, and the fear fades. You start to see that the world doesn't end when you step out of your comfort zone. In fact, it often opens up new opportunities and experiences that you wouldn't have encountered otherwise. Another important aspect is self-reflection. Take time to journal or meditate on your experiences. This can help you process your thoughts and feelings and gain a deeper understanding of what truly matters to you. Set goals for yourself that align with your values and passions. When you are working towards something that is meaningful to you, the opinions of others become less significant. Celebrate your successes no matter how small. Each step forward is a victory and a testament to your growth and resilience. Finally, make time for the things and people you love. Surround yourself with positivity and support. This will help you stay grounded and focused on what truly matters in your life. Remember, life is too short to be weighed down by the opinions and judgments of others. Focus on living a life that is true to yourself, and you will find a sense of peace and fulfillment that is unmatched. So here's the truth. The moment you stop caring what others think, you take back control of your life. The fear of judgment? It's just an illusion. The people you're afraid of? They're too busy thinking about themselves. The time you're wasting worrying? You could be using it to grow, create, and achieve your dreams. It's your life. Live it for you. Call to action. If you've ever held back because of fear, comment below, "I'm done caring." Like this video if you found it helpful, and subscribe for more growth mindset content. Comment below, "I'm done caring."